Yo, what up everybody, it's Stewart, and today I am going to be doing the Fantasy Writers tag. I'm not sure exactly who made it, but yeah, whoever made it, I'm still going to do it, so. First one, Once Upon a Time, Introductions. Question number 1, what fantasy projects are you working on? Currently my main project is The Sovereign Duties of Mordor, which is book 2 of my Mordor series. Book 1, you can go purchase it, and it is out. Yeah, so I'm working on book 2 right now of that. Also have a side project I've been kind of working on off and on here and there in some of my downtime called The Gift of a Child, which is also another fantasy. It's probably going to be more darker. The Battle for Mordor and my whole Mordor series is more of a medieval war and the politics and stuff. The Gift of a Child isn't really as much of that. It is more on the, it's more of an adventure type as well as mixed with some horror aspects. It has a lot of red herrings and other misleading things in there. So it's kind of very deceptive. I planned on it being more dark fantasy. Like I said, with more of the horror aspects. I had originally thought about doing it as a young adult, but I do believe it will probably be an adult. So, yeah. The Fellowship, your writing community. Question 2. The Samwise of your Frodo. Who has been your biggest support on your writing journey? I would probably say my wife. I've kind of bounced off all my ideas off of her and kind of got her opinion on it, as well as some other people. But I mean, you know, she's my wife, so obviously I bounce more stuff off of her and get more feedback from her than I do anybody else. The journey to Mordor. What has been your biggest obstacle in your writing journey? Just actually sitting down to write, basically. Actually having the time to sit down and get stuff done without the kids, you know, harassing me for stuff or, you know, having to work or something like that. You know, actually sitting down to write. Love of Pottermore. What house do you belong to? I belong to Gryffindor. I've only took the test, whatever, once. It said I was a Gryffindor. I feel like I'd probably belong more into Slytherin, but apparently not, I guess. Number 5, what house would your main character belong to? The main character for Sovereign Duties, it's kind of hard to say because I don't have one main character. I usually classify the different rulers as the main characters, which there are 6, and I feel like out of those 6, at least one of them would probably fit into each of the houses. So I don't really know about that. For the Gift of a Child, I would say probably Gryffindor. I would assume. I don't know. I haven't really tried to take the test as them, but I would think Gryffindor. How to Train Your Dragon. Mythical creatures. Number 6. What mythical creature would you love to see in more fantasy books? I would like to see more of the folklore type creatures that aren't really depicted in, you know, mainstream fantasy as much. You get a lot of like orcs and a lot of elves and a lot of dragons and like maybe griffins and stuff like that. I feel are all more common, but I would like to see more non-common as well. Not anything particular, really. If I had to guess, sir, I think one of my favorite fantasy creatures would be a nightmare horse. I've seen that a lot in some fantasy, so that doesn't really answer the question. I think emojis. A lot of people, you know, do dragons and stuff, but they don't really do emojis, or if they do emojis, they still portray them as full-fledged dragons in a sense. I like the concept of them being proto-dragons and having to ascend into dragons. That whole concept, which is, you know, more based off of the mythical aspects of it, I think that would be pretty cool. That or coddles, whatever. Those are cool. Boom, boom. Number 7. Does your main character have a mythical creature they encounter? If not, what type of character would they likely encounter? my whole world's fantasy. There's like 24 different races of actual inhabitants, as well as probably, I would say probably 40, 50 different races of wildlife. So there's all kinds of mythical creatures, and different characters encounter different ones. There's dragons, there's perytons, there are strixes, there's rocks, there's what I call Victa lines, which are actually known as Kaiden lines in my story. There's a Hydra, there's a Leviathan, Megalodons. You name it, it's probably in my book. Okay. Game of Thrones, number 8. Winter is coming. What season does your story take place? For my debut novel, The Battle for Mordor, it spans an entire year. It does kind of skip the late summer time, but it starts at the first day of fall, and then the war itself kind of starts mid-winter, and then it kind of takes place over the ending portion of the winter as well as spring. It doesn't really go much into the actual summer, but it does cover an entire year. Sovereign duties, I haven't really looked at it too much with the time frame, with the months and all that stuff, but I believe it probably spans about the same. It starts right before fall, and then it spans, I don't know, well into like winter and maybe even summer and stuff. So they both kind of take up that whole year. There's not really just a season. Number 9. I drink and I know things. What is your favorite drink to have when writing? I usually just drink tea. I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. I don't drink coffee that much. I do drink it some, but not very often. So I'd rather just have like sweet tea. If I don't have any sweet tea made up, then I'll have a glass of water. That's about it. As you wish, Princess Bride. Question number 10. If granted one wish to spend an afternoon with your favorite fantasy author, who would it be and why? I don't really know. I guess maybe George R.R. Martin, just because I was a huge fan of the Song of Ice and Fire series, as well as the show Game of Thrones. I love the medieval aspect and the brutality and stuff in that, so I'd probably just pick him, as well as, I like the lore and the history of it, and, I think I would be able to gain a lot of knowledge for world building. I feel like I strive in world building. I feel like he strives in world building, so I think, I could even get even more better at it, kind of get that kind of polished down, I guess, whatever, really hone in to make it better than what it already is, which I feel like it's pretty good already, but whatever. So that would be my answers to that. That is all 10 questions of the Fantasy Writers tag. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Click the subscribe button, ring that bell so you get notified whenever I do uploads. You can go ahead and hit the like button, just kind of show me support. Like, if you like it, if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button, whatever. I don't care. You do you, I do me. I ain't gonna be butthurt over it. I got Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. All those links are down below. You can go check that out. I got a website. I got a blog on my website. It's got a bunch of random things on there because that's just how I am. I don't really know what to put as a blog for it, so I put random things for it. So that's all on there. I got a newsletter. You can sign up for my newsletter. You get the first 2 chapters free of The Battle for Mordor, so you can kind of read it, see if you like it, see if that's something that you're interested in. And if you do like it, you can go over to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever, and you can buy it. All those links are also down below if you want to go check that out and purchase it. If you do purchase it, leave a review on Amazon or my cats are freaking out. But leave a review on Amazon. Leave a review on. But if you do buy it, go leave a review on Amazon. Go leave a review on Goodreads. Let me know what y'all think. Whether it's good, bad, whatever. If you have a BookTube or an AuthorTube channel, you want to do a review video, that would be even better. I enjoy listening to what other people think about it. I love discussion with other people about my book and such. So if you want to hit me up somewhere, either on Facebook, Twitter, here, wherever, and just talk about it, you know, what you like, what you didn't like. You know, I'm always open to listen to it, so yeah. Also, there's a list of different author tubers down below. You can go check out all their channels, you know, support them, do what you gotta do, show some love. There's also a set of writing stream schedule down below. Their links and such let you know whose channel is on what, and we do weekly or daily writing streams on different channels. There have been some here lately that's not been able to do streams on certain days because of stuff, but for the most part, that schedule is pretty accurate. So just go check out their channels and you can get notified whenever they actually do one, or just look at the schedule and just kind of, you know, whatever. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, that's about it. Peace out. Yelly. Everybody love everybody.